All right. What is going on, everybody? Hello and happy Saturday. Doing this on a weekend as could not coordinate over the week. I was traveling and just a bunch of other things going on. But I'm joined by Lorcas, and we should be getting Tails on here in a little bit. But Lorcas, my friend, how are you doing?
Doing good. It's good to chat with you on a weekend for a change.
I know.
Should be
Pace is a little
good.
bit slower. It's during the day.
I'm making my
Um,
coffee, so if you hear noise in the background, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, man. You're making me want to get another cup right now too. So I may go on mute a little bit later. First things first, we do have a tournament as per usual. So shout out to Lorcas for the setting up the tournament and the prizes. That is beginning in less than 10 minutes. So if you have not signed up, please make sure to do so. It is 100% free and it is an open tournament, aka ghost card tournament. So you don't need to own any cards. You are given all of these cards from the get go. And since we are within the 15-minute time frame here, you can also check in. So please make sure to do that. And as I take a look around, I
Yeah.
do see, yeah, I see a couple people checked in, but not too many. So let's see how many we can get. We got 36 that registered, but yeah, hopefully we can get more folks to jump in here one way or another.
It's a
All right,
totally
so
different group of people potentially than we normally have, being like
I
quite a
was
different time of day. So,
I was thinking that too because it's during the day, it's on a weekend. So I haven't seen the names. I mean, I was going through here, but I want to see what names actually check into the tournament. So maybe we'll have some different talent that comes in and joins us. But let's see here. So we were actually talking about. Oh, let me just say hey to Paul TRX and to Woody. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out with us. Make sure you sign in or sign up and check in for the tournament. And that'll be starting. Let me put the little timer on in the background here so people can see. 7 minutes and 21 seconds. So we were actually before jumping in here, we were actually talking about a little Raven Quest. So, what? I'll ask this just because I think we kind of covered a big piece of it, but like, is this something? Because again, I have no concept of what it is, but is this something that you could see the Splinterlands team implementing in some way, shape, or form based on what we have in terms of assets and all that?
um, potentially, I think it likely is intended to fill a place closer to what we've got with Frontier mode.
Hmm.
Potentially, just kind of a different way of going about it. I think it's potentially a good way of going about it because idle mode allows you to hit a different set of people and a different set of gamers.
Yeah.
So maybe there's space for that as well. But I think it's kind of intended for them to be an on ramp into their main game of Raven Quest. Like some of the prizes from the season, most of the prizes from the season would be most valuable to you if you also played Raven Quest. So
Okay,
not
that makes
not
sense.
totally dissimilar to the concept of Frontier, where the prizes are supposed to get you interested in purchasing cards and moving more into modern or wild or whatever that might be. So I feel like
Hmm.
the idea is similar. It's a game mode intended to bring people in that doesn't cost anything, but you can join the game. It's not there is a battle pass that you can get for rewards, but conceptually I see it fitting as similar or them trying to have it fit a similar place as Frontier for us.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, speaking of like frontier mode and onboarding people, I have actually not done one of those videos breaking down our sign up rate and conversion rates. So I'm curious to see those numbers now if Peak Monsters is going to be um, cooperative. But we've definitely seen obviously a lot of things slow down all over the crypto space. That is for sure.
Yeah, when people start saying 100,000 is bad for Bitcoin, yeah, things have changed.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I mean, it's just wild because you think about. I mean, I've been in Bitcoin for quite a long time now, so to hear the to hear the phrase like Bitcoin crashed to 100,000 is still kind of wild to me. But I will
Good.
take
It's
it.
good
I
on
will take it.
good joke.
Indeed. So how much time do you spend on Raven Quest? There we go.
Well, I don't play Raven Quest.
Sorry,
I don't
Raven
have a
Idol.
PC, and unfortunately, the game does not have a client. on a PC. uh, I can't play it. But Raven Idol, I mean, I just kind of go about my day, and if it's something that I was interested in, I might set a timer to remind me to go back and do something. Like I've got a timer on my watch to remind me to start cranking through my coffee right now. So I use timers all the time. So I set them up for that too.
I'm similar to you in that sense.
Yeah. Sometimes I won't, and then something just won't happen for a while, or you'll end up doing something you didn't intend to for longer than you meant. But that's kind of the way idle games work. It was kind of fun that they made it competitive in the season, so that people really wanted to spend time on it and strategize that there was a reward pool for that. So it's kind of fun. But it's an idle game, so being idle is kind of the point.
It's fair. It's fair. Okay. Man, I don't know why, but I can't get the 3 or 6 month to work here, so I guess we can't really look at that. Were you ever into Golem Overlord at all?
Yeah, I've played it on and off a few times.
How does it compare to that?
Very different. There's just a lot more to do. So it's like it'd be more like a full MMO that's idle. So there's like gathering and crafting and like land to deal with and battles that you do constantly while idle, which isn't at all how Golem Overlord works. I don't really know what's happened recently because I had won a contest to get another Golem made, but that never happened. So I'm not sure if it's even being developed at the moment. But when it has been, it's been fun. But it's different, very different. This one's much more developed. It has a team behind it, where the other is Yixon, who's done a great job by himself on a chain. It's not heavily trafficked or supported in many ways.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, hold on. I was just trying to make sure I had. All right, so Emma's in the house, coming to hang for an hour, then have to move to another stream in Tourney's. Busy Saturday, indeed. Yeah, well, I mean, we're hoping this stream will probably last just about an hour or so. A-Rod's in the house. What's up, A-Rod? All right, let me see if I can figure out how much time is left. Last call. Got about 2 minutes left before the arena opens, so make sure you have checked in. I see a decent amount of people signed up, but not as many green checks. And I'm trying to get through some of the names here. So Hector Dana sounds like somebody new. Let's see. Xandroid is there, but Xandroid doesn't have a green check. Well, we'll see. This might not be fully updated. Mario 15. Usajin is back. Keegs in the house. What's going on, Keegs? All right, so minute and a half, 90 seconds. I'm still waiting on Tails. Hey, yo, Keegs, what's going on? A-Rod, why can't I see the follow age? I'm not sure, man. I haven't messed with the Twitch settings in a while, so to be honest, I am not sure. OFG, what's going on? Hello, make sure you jump into the tournament. We got about a minute left in time here. And Lorcas is showing off that awesome looking beard, dude.
I was gonna let you guys see my coffee and be jealous.
I am a little jealous, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. I think last one and last stream and this stream, I've been no camera. Not trying to turn that into a trend. It's just my other computer with the camera is just so finicky sometimes. All right, MA says his words will sound so much wiser now with the camera on. I agree. It adds a sense of
I think my words are wise. We definitely are in the wrong spot.
OG says, "Oh, my deck is way underpowered for this tournament." Okay, so it is a ghost card tournament. Don't worry about it. You get all the cards for free. So anybody who's worried about that shouldn't be.
Your deck is perfectly powered for this tournament.
Yes, it is equal to everybody else's. All right, so we had 13 players check in. Let's see how this breaks down. I get a qualifier in the first round, which is great because then I can chat for a bit.
Oh, you got to buy for the first? Nice.
Yeah. So we got a buy here, but we have Flawless versus Just Novice, Berserk Vladdy or Berserk Vlad the first versus Mario, Usajin versus Lady Sharon, Keegs versus MA, Hector Dana versus Karamazo. That's my guess. And then let's see. It was myself, TX Racer, and one more out there. Maybe Just Novice that got the buy in the first round.
Maybe we should update the title of our tournament so people realize they get all the cards. I didn't realize that was something that wasn't understood at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that we'd been doing it the same way for a bit. OFG's saying what? Wait, were you not aware of this, OG? You're like a. I mean, I don't know how long you've been in the game, but you're definitely not new.
But
Yeah,
it's true.
so
Like until you click in, like it doesn't. You have to see it in the rule. It's not obvious from the title. So I wonder if we should change the title for the next one.
well, it does say Modern Open, and that's how they
It's
classify.
true.
But I mean, you know what? Maybe just putting like Ghost Card Tournament in parentheses or something at the end, or Ghost Cards would be helpful. I mean, either way, like it's a free tournament. And I would say not that I'm gassing us up, but it's just like I would say that the appeal is just like where people are coming to hang out on stream during the tournament. So I would think people would just join anyway. It's not like they have anything to lose if they're just coming to hang out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's absolutely true. 0 DC is a good buy-in price.
0 DC indeed. All right, so they
Lorcas
need to
getting
make
a
it
match
worse.
from Beard.
Actually, that's true.
Lumberjack Lorcas.
Yeah. MA says it will say Splinterlands open, but many may not know to see that. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose you're right. Oh, she says I haven't been here for the tournament streams. Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Well, now you know. We've been trying to do these on Thursdays, and I guess whenever we can't do it on Thursdays, we'll try to find another day just to keep them somewhat regular as we head into the bull run, or whatever the hell it is we're in right now.
Awesome season.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Paul says you get all the cards in parentheses.
Yeah, I mean that would probably help.
Very straightforward.
Make it clear.
Indeed.
More people playing is the goal here, and then I'd never play. So, mixed messaging.
Exactly. Well, I mean, people playing is just something to do while we kind of chat and go through. Man, I'm actually behind on a lot of stuff and announcements that came out earlier this week. I know land isn't necessarily like something that you're completely up to date on, but they released all the stuff for like Cinder and all that, and I need to dig through that data or the
I pay
posts.
attention to that. I mean,
Oh, you do? Okay. Any thoughts?
Looks expensive.
For the cards.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably a good thing. I have all sorts of just random cards that I will never combine up because there's not enough BCX. There's so many different ones. So I'll go through and look at that eventually. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. They haven't done the snapshot yet. As far as I know, they said it'll come at a random time. So I think they'll tell us after it happens.
Well, what was the snapshot for again? I forgot.
It's for the first 3 days after it's released. You'll have a set number of land cards that you can create based on
the production.
Got that production you have. So not everyone will, but if you have enough production, you'll have some guaranteed cards that you can print. After 3 days, they become open for everyone. So even if you don't own land, you can make the cards.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I do remember that now. Thanks for the reminder.
So basically, larger landholders get a couple of days to figure it out. if they opt not to figure it out or not to engage, everyone else can do it.
I wonder if that means like there's technically enough resources. Well, I guess there are more than enough resources to build this stuff, right? The only new added thing to the mix is going to be Cinder. So people who do have allocations will have the choice to burn some cards and see how many they want to make.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we might see some huge price spikes in some of these resources. Who knows? Depends on if people that already own land already have the resources if they choose to make them. or if they choose to buy resources for that, or if people without land choose to buy resources for them. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah, true. TX Racer also has a buy in the first round. Yep, same here. Oh, Jesus, back from Ez. What did I miss? Nothing. We're just still talking about lands. I'm starting to stockpile resources. I got a bunch of my other land on, um, or turned on, and the one thing that I'm messing around with now is actually renting cards for land. And it's like just barely profitable. Like I think I come out with like 90 EC a day. But like if I were to sell everything, and I don't even know if that's covering the 10% transaction fee or swap fee. So I
Mine's
don't know.
negative because I have opted to just continue to collect research and aura, which isn't valuable in that way,
Yeah.
um, in hopes that it'll be useful someday. So I just take a loss on land and just keep it going. It's not hugely negative, but I don't have a stockpile of resources other than what I pick up off the market when I think it looks right.
Hmm,
Um, I,
that's fair.
it's kind of just a longer term play that I hope works out for me. I don't have enough land to just make lots of everything, so I've opted for those things.
Yeah, well, I guess what I'm gonna end up doing is the rental thing was cool to get a lot of my work sites built, just so that it wasn't taking like forever. But I just don't like the net DEC that I'm earning. Like, yeah, my production goes up, but then I end up just having to sell the resources and pay that back just for the rental fees.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that that was nice is because I was going for like higher rarity gold cards, whether it was like gold foil legendaries or gold foil epics, with the idea being that if I get one or low amount of BCX, it's actually less DEC for me to stake. Because like if I stake a regular foil common card, that's 50,000 for the entire plot, or 10,000 per card. But if it's just one BCX of a gold foil legendary, well, all of a sudden that's only 2,500 DEC, and that's significantly cheaper. So I've been using that just
47.50 in fact, or whatever the current exchange rate.
yeah. So I've been doing that as a way to just get it online. So I'm at a point where it's producing resources and not just building the work site. And I guess I'll eat the loss or whatever it is for right now. It's like 60 EC a day per card or something like that for gold foil legendaries, but I don't think I want to do that long term.
Yeah.
So plus I want to own this stuff too. I want to own these cards, and I like the idea of land just continuing to build my collection over time, and then recycling some of those cards that I end up using either into survival mode when that comes back, or even maybe using them for Cinder if it makes sense. It's like they serve their purpose on land, and then when I'm able to get something that's a little bit higher, let's say I go from like a regular foil common to a gold foil common, and I start collecting gold foil commons, then the regular foil commons I can do something else with. So, all right. Flawless says, "Good evening, all." OFG says, "A 3-day buffer for little landholders. Not sure it'll help them."
Not sure how many card options they're going to have to begin with.
Yeah.
It may not get me.
Keeks thinks the land cards are cheap. A lot of players have most of the resources they need. It's just Cinder. Well, that could lead to a lot of cards being burned, but I mean, at this point, I don't know that that's going to like move the needle on cards quite a bit.
I don't think so either.
Uh, all right, so congrats to Berserk. Looks like we're waiting on everybody else still to get through the qualifier round. Oh, she says my land is currently running at about 8 DEC per hour. Keep is about 12 DEC per hour. Slowly getting my hourly rate up. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to go back and start buying a bunch of these cards. But that does mean just
Oh,
like
land
cards
cards.
cards for land, yeah, rather than renting.
Yeah, I
But
haven't
that
bought any lands cards for land in a long time now. I just kind of stuck with what I have. I still have like 100 plots that I'm not working. But
oh, it's
someday Rebellion will move out of modern, and then it can go on land.
slow and steady wins the race. There you go. You just gotta make that eventually. Yeah, see, like this stuff isn't that expensive to like slowly start leveling up. I don't know. Actually, hold on. You need like 38 copies of this, I think, right? So let's say I want to get a lava spider. That's my calculator. 12 times, oh no, 0.12 times 38. It's like $5 as opposed to like $1.50 to $2. Probably $2 for the other one, the non gold foil.
Peak Monsters has a tool for that, right? You don't need your calculator.
No, I know. I was here in the moment now. But yes, they do have a fantastic tool. So Keek says the print run is way too small, and yeah, it won't move the needle.
Yeah, I mean, they did call it like whatever they called it. Sounded like a very initial run. I forget what they named it.
Like inaugural set or something
Sneak
like that.
peek, yeah, inaugural sneak peek, something ridiculously small. It sounded what it sounded like. So not surprised, and we'll see if there's appetite.
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect it to really move the needle.
I mean, there's still so many cards out there. There's like 1.7 million Chaos Agent packs. So unopened Chaos Agent packs.
It's great.
Yeah, seriously. Currently maxed out about 8 gold foil epics. I also feel the mindset is going to be too small of a print run. I'm making burgers. Hey, what's up, State of Survival? That sounds delicious right now. MA says definitely played better last week. Not used to the diamond deck enough. So what do you normally play at, MA?
I think he plays with a silver deck, and he plays up in the gold league normally with his silver deck. So he's quite good with that, is my recollection.
Very different meta, that's for sure.
There's so many more abilities, yeah.
All right, Flawless and Just Novice. Finish up. I want to get some battling in.
Oh yeah, my memory was correct. I got one thing right today.
What's that?
Amy responded.
Oh, I've always been Silver Axe. Gotcha. Okay. All right, it's proof of concept, says OFG. Yeah, that's true. Yo, Lorcus, your beard is crazy epic, says Daniel Smith. I agree. He says, I think because so many people won't be able to get max, and it'll just be top accounts that get all the foils. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I wonder if it'll be worth it to get whatever the Lady Luck thing is. Try to go for those black foils or arcanes.
Labor's Luck.
Oh, is it Labor's Luck? Sorry, I don't know why I said Lady
Luck. I think so. I was like, like that sounds very familiar.
Yeah. No, it's fun to see land coming together and have a lot of use cases. This chart is fascinating to me. Like, I love seeing the fact that like wood is starting to increase. You're seeing iron go up. Now, granted, there's an increase in the amount of demand right now as people prep for that. But even like grain, we've had grain now for what, almost 2 years. Is that what it is?
Grain is the only one that I'm aware of that's been like negative. That people were actually using more than we create, at least were for a long time. So I would expect that one to finally start leveling out someday.
Well, the thing is, so here you can see we produce 136 million and we consume 139. So actually that delta is close because I think it was like 5 or 6 million difference the day before. But
bigger.
Yeah, as people probably go for other things, we've gotten more grain plots online, and grain plots are the easiest ones because you don't need anything else. You just go in and you can kind of start from scratch. So like there's still a huge delta here. We're making way more wood than we need, and despite that, what's crazy is that despite that, the value of wood is still going up. Stone is about 2.5 million, and then you got less than 1 million here for iron. So I don't know. I mean, I would love to see these numbers get a lot closer together, especially on wood, stone, and iron.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it. Oh, here we go. Round 2. Ooh, I'm up against Keegs. You got TX Racer versus Just Novice. Lady Sharon and Hector Dana, and Berserk versus Grand Shinobi. All right, so how come I can't see my battle? There we go. All right, Keegs, let's see what you got. Let's see here. All right, Battle Helper, what do you think?
You know what I think.
Got to go with Lurkus, right?
I mean, you're in a rule set where you only have commons and rares.
Yeah.
So getting bonuses from your summoners is usually pretty helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I was immediately thinking one of the Rebellion legendary summoners. So we could do that. Oh, there's not much here. So many interesting options. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's go. I really like this combo.
Yeah, I do too.
That's a fun one. Let's go with that. Oh, we only have 12 mana left. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Now we got some options. All right, see, I had a feeling that would be the case. So let's see, there's no silence, which is good. I would say you can go there. And then actually, I kind of want to go. Oh man, this is tough. Let's just do that. Not my favorite.
You got to stop using the library Wi-Fi.
What's that?
I think Ime was telling you need to stop using the library Wi-Fi.
What? Not sure if your bandwidth limit or anything, but it's possible your stream would do better at 1020. The game screen isn't very clear. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not using the library Wi-Fi, but there's definitely something that I will check into. That's hilarious. Oh, that oppressed came in so clutch.
It was beautiful.
Oh man, I kind of picked him just on a whim, but the oppressed with the what is it, relentless strike, that I think that won the game for me. Crazy.
Because he used 2 with weapons training, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm sorry, MA. I'll try to focus on getting a better quality stream. Let me see if there's something here in the settings. Because it might just be a settings thing. There's nothing in there.
Don't lose this tournament because of this.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you know what? My resolution, which I cannot change for some reason right now.
Oh, your game resolution?
Well, the resolution of the stream is 720.
Okay.
You guys need a solid internet. You need a solid internet. I'm hardwired in for 1080p. The hell? All right. Okay. Well, GG's got the win, so I'm happy about that.
Yes.
And we beat. I almost went with. It was between Lorcas and the cat Tofu.
Yeah, Tofu is.
I thought about doing Tofu first, but since I was talking to you, see you. This is why you're the battle helper, because I felt pressured to use Lorcas since you're on stream with me.
Just pressure you into bad decisions.
Well, that ended up working out well. All right, so collateral damage. All right, so what we need is like crazy Pain Forge. Oh, so there's a lot of Pain Forge all around here. Let's see, what about on the dragon side? Huh. It's a lot of great options. Okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of damage flying around here.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Well, I'm gonna go. I like this card.
And there's no Bella, which would be.
I know that would be so clutch. It's just this guy. Damn, this is tough. Oh, let's go with him. Yes. That is a great card. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay. Oh, Calamity. That's going to be tough.
Calamity's a nightmare.
What's that?
Yeah, Calamity's rough.
Calamity is a nightmare. But I think I definitely want to get rid of that healing in the back, so this would make sense for that. But he can heal everybody, so I think he's got to do it. Yeah, and then I want the blast damage. I don't know. I think this is my best option. Yeah, it makes sense that they put the poison up front. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Yikes.
This is such a crazy rule set.
Seriously. Well, that healing is coming in really handy. Oh, man. Actually, that's kind of helpful. Oh, got rid of Calamity. Let's freaking go. GG's, Keegs. Got you this time.
That was a good one.
All right, so we had Grand Shinobi, Hector Dana, just Novice. All right, so it's me and Hector Dana, just Novice, and Grand Shinobi. All right, hold on. Let me go back into the chat here. That new roar card is insane. Yeah, I was expecting both of them to hold up a bit longer. First one didn't. Yeah, that was not necessarily what I planned, but I'll take it. Do you guys expect the new season to provide another but smaller flood of gold foil roar cards on the market?
I mean,
Well,
I expect people to be selling them.
they turned the volume down on that, didn't they?
Only on rares and commons, but yeah.
Oh, it was just rares and commons. Okay.
Yeah, they have to for rares and commons. So, I mean, it makes sense. They're the ones that are easier to get. So if you're trying to turn glint into cash quickly, those would be the ones that you would try to pop out. So I think it makes some sense from that standpoint.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely took advantage of that and staked a ton of DEC on my land. So, how far do the cards go? If it's as far as me, I'm keen on Fizbo. Oh, talking about the prizes. So let's see. We go up to 5, but I'm in the top 5. So Keegs, you're in. So you can pencil in Fizbo for Keegs.
Perfect. Sorry, Ime.
What's that?
He loves Fizbo.
Mm. And Lady Sharon, you can take a look as well. I don't know if you're in the chat, but we already have our top 5. So Hector Dana, Just Novice, and Grand Shinobi. Take a look so we don't leave Lorcas hanging at the end here. But Hector Dana, hit battle first so that we can battle. Appreciate the feedback though, MA.
And I just want to give you credit about the library Wi-Fi.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, Tails. How long have you been sitting there?
Not too long.
Okay. Sorry, I was deeply engaged in battles. But how you doing, man?
Good. Sorry, I had something come up I had to take care of. So
All good, man. All good. How is Web3 from your vantage point these days?
man, it's just like the meme. Everything's fine here, right? Everything burning around us.
While the room is on fire.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I think as far as Splinterlands goes, I mean, I think Splinterlands is doing everything it needs to do to, progress the game and move things forward. So that's reassuring, I would say.
That's good. I mean, I really like the direction that the game is taken in 2025. I feel like the team has been definitely putting stuff, a lot of great stuff out. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what they're able to do in 2026. I think I'm most excited for land stuff right now, but I wonder, not because I'm going to buy a ton of cards, but I wonder what the impact of this mini set will be. We haven't really heard much else about it yet.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I know I'm coming in late to the conversation, but what do you guys think of the land cards? What's your take on that?
So far, I think I said that they were expensive. Keeks thought that they weren't expensive, but we both agree that it's going to be too small to really move the needle, too small of a print run.
Yeah, and I think that they did that because they wanted to test it, right, and not do anything too crazy with the first iteration. Because I think with some of these things, it's hard to anticipate, what it could do to land or the economy or whatever. So, because they're working with numbers that, it's at the end of the day, even with all the planning in the world, it's kind of a little bit of a guess, right, of what's going to happen. I think I will say that I do still think the cards are expensive. And I think generally speaking, probably they've revised them to make them more inexpensive in the grand scheme of things, actually. But I still think they are pretty expensive for what they're going to do. And I think for the average player, it's probably not going to move the needle so much. And I think, again, it's kind of like, unfortunately, it's kind of like you got to have money to make money type of thing. So if you're a whale like Jeff or Fuctus or some other folks here that have a ton of land resources and cards in the game, I think you're going to continue to do well.
Nice after sound. Sorry, Tails. I just had to congratulate him on that one. Go ahead, Tails.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if you're someone with 5 or 10 plots, I think you're going to continue to lose, not lose in the game, but lose pace. Like if this was a race, which,
Yeah.
I think you're just going to continue to fall behind because people are just going to, at the top are just going to steamroll. So I guess what I say by that is, if you're able to mint some of these land cards in this next set, you're in the next set, you're going to be able to take those gains, essentially, in air quotes, and roll those forward into even more land cards in the next set, where the person that maybe can get a level 3 common at the end of the day is not going to see any noticeable gains or improvements in their land production. So it's kind of like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And
that's the first thing that came to mind. It's like more wealth inequality on land.
Yeah, so those that have a ton will continue to snowball into even more. So I guess what I'm saying is, from a game mode perspective, the new players are just probably never going to feel like they're going to be equitable or be able to catch up. It's kind of like if you had a mobile game and you joined 3 years into the game, like I guess Raid Shadow Legends or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
The game provides you ways to like catch up and buy your way back in, or it basically gives you a bunch of free stuff to feel like you're not so far behind. But here, the game can't give you free stuff, right? So, you're just gonna probably always feel like you're behind.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know how else to go about it.
Well, I think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna introduce new game modes and new things that for newer players to succeed at and to take advantage of. So from that perspective, I think the game will be fine. I just think that land, will just be something that's, for most will just be, not something that they're necessarily involved in.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, and my holdings is kind of just meh, which makes me wonder if I should just get rid of them and not do that mode of the game at all, because there's really nothing good in it for me. There's just something else to do. So I don't know. To me,
well, it's a very valid point, right? Because I think there are even some whales in the game that have ignored land, and are like, instead of buying land, they buy SPS, or instead of buying land, they buy black foil cards or whatever, right? So, and I think that's kind of where the game is at. Is there's not, I mean, you're not going to be able to have everything for the most part, right? And I mean, unless you're just crazy, right? So you just have to pick and choose your battles and where you're going to play. And it's definitely, I think, a viable strategy to say, hey, look, I can't compete in land, or I'm not going to spend my time on land, so I'm going to do something else. And I think for you, After Sound, like, you've gone the other way and said, hey, I want to focus on land versus focus on maybe like the mini set as an example. And that's fine. I think as players, we have to choose which lanes we want to go down and where we want to spend our time and our resources, because all this stuff takes resources, right? Whether it's aura or vouchers or DEC or whatever, and that stuff is not unlimited. Like even with SPS, like, I mean, I'm sure everyone's feeling the SPS crunch these days. It's you have to definitely, I think, sit down and make those decisions, and I think it's valid.
No, I couldn't agree more. It's just it's a tough decision. I mean, I think it was something that I eventually came to, where it's like once I missed out on Rebellion, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go heavy on Conclave Arcana now, right? Because I want to be able to focus in on something that I can just kind of build for the long term, and land just started to make way more sense. Okay, sorry, hold on, give me a second here.
I'm going to answer Keegs' question over there. I think it would be better if the current realm is bigger, because, as you mentioned, people are not going to be able to max out cards, and having a low level card on land will be unattractive to some people. So I think that the small print run is only helpful for the large holders. Again, it's bad for everybody else.
I am screwed here. Hold on. Oh, you know what? There it is. Let's do you. Let's do you. And let's do you. I don't know if I did this right, but we'll see. Oh, is he going to go with Blast? Because that's going to suck balls. Actually, Rage is going to destroy me. Dude, Rage and Calamity together?
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Hey, Lorcas, I'm curious. I just checked Raven Idol. What was your final ranking there?
I have no idea. How do you tell?
I think you go to the prize pool tab.
Oh,
1,700.
dude, don't miss. That's not cool at all.
1,700.
Yeah.
I don't know how to read my number. Can you send a screenshot of yours?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, GG's, Hector. You got me good. And it looks like just Novice and Hector Dana in the finals. All right, sorry, guys. I was not able to focus as much. I had a good run. All right, let me catch up on the chat here. Thanks for taking a look at it.
We were not helping you. We were just talking about random stuff. Sorry, After Sun.
Oh, no, you're fine. I thought you were like responding to somebody there.
I wasn't helping you though. Distracting you with more conversation.
Okay, so yeah, probably your turn this time. All right, so Paul says, "What about the future? A future land card set limited to silver level for smaller players? The whales won't
Just be exploited by
bother,
bots.
and it could be a good thing to get new players into land."
You'd just be exploited by bots.
Well, I don't know if it'd be exploited by bots, but I still think the whales would want it, and because they have the resources to get it, they would just buy it, or they would just create it and then dump it on the marketplace. Which I don't know.
To me, you need
I
a
mean,
big enough set that people can participate for smaller
yeah.
players to be able to be involved. To me, that's the real downside to the small set.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we're never going to go back to leagues. My thing was that it'd be nice if there was like a junior varsity league somewhere where that was only up to silver level. And so I think you can pair bronze and silver together, and then anybody who's going up higher than that, can compete at the higher leagues. But that would actually make ranked probably even more top heavy, because then only people who could actually compete would go in there. So therein lies another problem. He says, "What do you think? What do you think it'd be better if the print run was bigger?" Well, somebody said earlier, I think it was Ochi's, that this is a proof of concept, so I don't mind it being small. And if it's great, then they can make more cards. I know that takes up team resources to come up with brand new cards, but if it's good, then yeah. I thought I couldn't compete in modern, so land has become more of my focus. Yeah, so I'm in the same boat as you, Keeks. Instead of competing in modern, where the prizes are actually really good. I mean, people earn a lot of SPS, and I hope SPS goes up, obviously for my sake, but it does make modern even more appealing. So I just focus on wild, survival, and now land. Oh, she says, "Are you spending your resources on new cards for land?" Yes, generally I'm not spending them on new cards yet. A lot of the time when I get resources, I need DEC, so I just end up restaking that, or not restaking, but staking it. Keegs, I think a lot of low levels of these cards are actually going to be very good. They seem to have interesting abilities even at the lower level, so I agree. Keegs, I'm seeing it as a cheap way to get more online because I don't have loads of power cores, and these plots will get decent bonuses. Yeah, the DEC reduction. I forgot what the numbers are on that, but the DEC reduction ability is appealing to me because, like, I mean, how much do I have? Like in that one region, I have like 10 plots of land, and I don't have any Rooney there, so that's like 500,000 DEC that I need, which is like $500, and like $500 is a lot of money to have sitting in a stable coin producing whatever land produces, right? And I wouldn't even be. I'm not even profiting from that. I'm not even like compounding that into something. It's just for a game. So don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I
mine's
like
making a
the
loss.
huh.
Yeah, and mine's making a loss. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So it's just like from a quote unquote investment standpoint, that's like a big chunk of money that I just like that's like sitting there as part of a game, not doing anything like active for me. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about SPS, but um, I don't mind holding SPS and compounding my SPS gains because I believe in the long term viability of it becoming scarcer and the team continuing to find more and more use cases for it. So, but holding DEC is just meh. Man, I really wanted to record this video of like, imagine if land had required SPS staking instead of DEC staking. Like
Mm.
it would have been so much. It would have been so much better. Like, I know it doesn't seem like it would get super expensive if SPS were to get super expensive, but like that's fine. Like we don't mind if the plots in Pretoria and land in Pretoria, if SPS is at $1, for example, like it gets difficult to like enter into. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind. That would be such a good problem for the game to have. But it's like now we got to burn SPS for this DEC. That's just gonna sit there and will always be kind of like a recirculation risk. I don't know.
Don't you think it'd be a bigger recirculation risk if SPS spiked though? But then it would be a huge boon to unstake your SPS and sell it, right?
Well, yeah, but that's fine because there's a finite amount of SPS. Like technically, there's an infinite amount of DEC, and the higher SPS goes, like the more infinite.
DEC will be.
Yeah, the more DEC there'll be. So I don't know. I'll pull out my calculator for like rough numbers. We got 150,000 plots of land. Let's say each plot required I don't know 100 SPS. Oh, that's not much. Let's say each plot required.
I almost
I mean,
made that comment, Keegs. I'm over there reading his comments, and I almost laughed about that. I was like, I hope you air quoted that, but then I decided to let it go. But he did not.
Which one?
Stable? Do you use stable coin?
Oh, stable. When it's been stable, that's a whole lot. Yeah. No, I agree. It's not even a stable coin. Worst stable coin in existence.
No, those are the ones that are gone, but it's not stable.
All right, so but then we have the same issue Lorcas was talking about is the whales can now get more resources so that they can buy more of the next set. But this is kind of how life is it not? I always go back to, and I hate the investment comparison, but it's just the only way I can think of it. It's like if somebody owns like 100 shares of Apple stock versus the person who owns 1 share of Apple stock, the person who owns 100 shares is going to earn a dividend and compound at an exponentially faster rate than the person who has 1 share. And that's just how life is. Doesn't matter if you're in a video
That's
game
not
or
what this
in the
is at all, though.
Huh?
That would be that's a terrible comparison. That's only
Okay,
a good comparison if you had to pay whatever it is, let's call it $50 to stake your share. And it makes no sense when you have 1, and it starts to make sense when you have 100. Like that's why this is stupid, is because you're having to pay the same staking rate, and you just can't get to anything close to reasonably profitable and build up resources in a way that allows you to compete because of that staking cost. And that's not the same as a stock. You buy them at the same price and they go up and down together, and that is not the same as land at all. So I hate that comparison.
Well, land is the stock, technically, right? To power land, though, you're required to put in the same amount of stake as everybody else. But I mean, I agree with you. Like, there's a lot of ways in which land is not close.
Yeah, I think the
close to perfect.
difference in that comparison, though, is like to buy a stock, if you had to pay your broker a fee to buy the stock, if the stock was, $1, but you had to pay $500 to buy this 1 share of the stock, and every share of stock you bought costs 500. That's the difference I think that Lorx is talking about.
Okay, fair enough. I'll think on that more and find a better example.
I mean, you can use it. I just didn't love it.
No, well, you know what? I was kind of reapplying this to land when I've talked about it more so in terms of like, I don't know, SPS or other aspects of the game.
So I do think SPS, it's probably a good comparison. But land is just freaking broken because of its startup cost.
The startup cost. That's fair. Unless the allocation
Unless you just have so much that you can just eat startup costs for breakfast. Like, it's just silly. Because like startup cost, then you need cards, you need boosts. Like it is a massive sink, and it doesn't become profitable until you really spend a lot on it. So it's
hold on though.
I mean, people.
When I was running the numbers on this, and again, this is assuming DEC's at peg, and this is assuming you're kind of paying top dollar for most of this stuff. Like land is still returning. Like let's say you were to get one grain plot and put it online. Yeah, it's a high startup cost, but the ROI, if we just kind of calculate it in like APR terms, was between like, I don't know, 5 to 7%, somewhere like that, which was actually higher than I was expecting. I thought land was just abysmal, but 5 to 7% is almost like the S&P 500. Right? I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. All of a sudden, it makes land a little bit more appealing. Again, if you just go for grain,
are you serious? Like you just compared like crypto to real life in a negative way, and to the stock market with 5% S&P is a good thing. These are terrible comparisons. Like if something compares to the S&P, like I want to burn it in a fire. Like what the hell?
Well, I thought. Well, here the thing is, we have different baselines. I thought that it'd be significantly worse than the S&P 500. Now, again, I'm not. So, to be very clear, I'm not recommending anybody come in here and try to chase their 7% yield on land to compete with the S&P 500. This is a game, right? And if you're in crypto, you're probably looking for something higher than 7%. But the thought of like it's starting at 7%, and if land actually does get to a point where these resources become more desirable and there's more stuff to do, then ideally there's more upside. I'd like to think that at least, and again, I'm only calculating this with grain because that's the easiest one to jump into, because you don't need to buy grain off the marketplace just to harvest your land, right? So you just get the startup things. I'd like to think that grain has bottomed out. I know somebody's going to clip this in about 3 years when grain sets a new all-time low, but I'd like to think that grain has bottomed out because we had that 1.5 time frame, or maybe year plus time frame of just grain being there with not really much else to do. Whereas hopefully moving forward, there will be less plots available and more grain demand. But
I mean, there's still like 60% of plots not online, so you have to keep that in mind as well. And I think when you look at comparisons of where you would allocate resources, I mean, staked SPS is still getting you over a 10% APR right now, and that doesn't include the rental APR, which is probably like over 3%. So 3%. You're almost making 15% on staked SPS. But for most people, if you bought a ton of SPS, you'll only see that number go down, even with that APR at 15%. So, it's tough. I mean, obviously, this is not the best time in Web3, as we alluded to when I first joined. So, it's, there's lots of ways to put money in. Like if you were buying cards in the last year, you've probably lost money. Like if you bought Rebellion, you lost money. If you, if you bought Untamed a year ago, you probably lost money. So, it's just, as you say, not financial advice on this channel, right? So,
yeah, and I guess what makes it difficult to kind of navigate this conversation in general is that this is like this is still just a game at the end of the day, right? We talk in so many investment terms. And so to your point, like it's funny, it's great that you mentioned the SPS returns, because like for the longest time I did not see any reason to reinvest any of my earnings back into anything else except for SPS, because they had the most upside potential as well as a decent like return on return on capital. Whereas like once I hit my goal or my target, I was like, okay, well, this is not just about the money for me. I kind of want to get land online, and so even though land has a lower APR. And again, I was expecting it to be less than 10%. I was expecting it to be less than 7%. When I was starting up land, I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, well, let me divert some resources over because I want to have fun and feel like I'm involved in land. And so there's definitely like the emotional gaming aspect of it too. The DEC reduction is probably going to be a valuable card, says OFG. I think so. That's the one I'm most interested in. Isn't crypto trying to be better than life though? No, crypto's just a bunch of scams, dude. Which I guess is life, but just faster. Paul says, I don't think it would be feasible to use SPS for land. The cost to run a plot would not be worth what you can make from it. Yeah, I guess I can say that only now because SPS is super cheap, but I understand that it would become problematic in the future. Keek says, boost are how it makes sense. You can go lean to make it profitable. Emma says, do you mind plugging Bun's 2 tourneys, the first of which is starting in 10 minutes? Sure. Tournament is finished. Who won? Just Novice. Wow. Straight 3 in a row. All right, so congrats to Just Novice.
We didn't pay attention to that final at all. We didn't pay attention to the final at all. But congrats.
No, I know. All right, so there's 2 tournaments coming out from Buns over the next 2 hours. The first is starting in 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes, and the next one's starting at 3 p.m. my time. So check those out. And yeah, it should be a fun time. I'm sure there's a stream associated with those. There you go. Twitch.tv, Buns, Bags, and Caps. All right. Have you gotten or seen any comments for what people want? Outside of FISBO?
The only one was Keeks.
Okay, so Grand currently in a deficit, and I wonder what land cards will do to burn that, or to that burn. Yeah, that's true. I'm just happy to get any return from the game. That's true. Good way to look at it. I may, you're welcome. All right, so let's go back to the results here. And if you guys are on any of these platforms, Just Novice, Hector Dana, Grand Shinobi, and Lady Sharon, let us know which card you want. Keeds already gave his request, and I would say in the next couple of minutes, if we don't hear anything, you can give Keeds whatever he wants.
Okay.
Or, I mean, you can send the Fizbo. Skyer for hire, what's going on? Long time no see.
Yeah, and I think just as a plug here for Lorcas, I think in doing this tournament and delegating these cards to people is a huge deal. For example, I know Lady Sharon is a newer player to the game, and for her to come in and do this tournament and join the stream and do well in the tournament and be able to get one of these max level cards, I'm sure it's going to be huge for her account in the next couple of weeks. So that's great.
Nice. So where are you seeing new players come in? Like, where did Lady Sharon come from? Are you familiar with her story and her onboarding?
Yeah, Bronze Dragon. I think from Atlas Earth came over from Bronze Dragon's recommendation over there. So yeah.
Shout out Bronze Dragon.
And I don't know about you, After I mean, I don't think the views on YouTube are up by any means, but I think the names are new that are leaving comments and subscribing. So I think that's positive.
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely see that in terms of like, there's a lot of new usernames that are coming in and leaving comments. So that's cool to see. Even in the tournaments that we run here and the live streams that I do with you guys and just on my own, there's always some like new names, and I try to call it out in a way just to like welcome people, whether they're new to the game or new to just like commenting. Oh, she even streams the game too. What's her, is it on Twitch?
Mm-hmm. Lady Sharon 3706. I forget the number, but yeah, on Twitch.
All right, I will try to go. I need to follow more people on Twitch, so whenever I get the notification, I can just hop in and give some views. Let me see. So is there anybody streaming right now that I can raid over into? I'm assuming Buns would be, right?
In 5 minutes, yeah.
How come Splinterlands? There we go. Recommended categories. Oh, it's just me. Come on, we need more streamers. All right.
Did you give away some fanatics already, After some?
Did I what?
give away any Arena Fanatics.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
Arena
about
Fanatics.
that.
Oh no, we got to do that.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for the reminder. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and send the Bisbo to Geeks. If anybody has a request for those that are in the other top 5, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just pick for them.
Got it. All right, that's fine. Buns just started. Okay, cool. Unions and Tavern. Buns just started. All right, thanks. Raid his offline channel even. Okay, fair enough. All right, we got 41 people here. Let me, you know what? I forgot that website again. But we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
We need to pin it to our channel that we set up and stuff. And see if we find
I thought I'd saved it as a favorite. Hold on. Let me see if I saved it here. No, I guess not. Where's my? It's some weird googly name or something. Anybody in the chat want to help me? Crittercraft, there it is. All right, got it. Crittercraft.io. Oh, let me save this now. Huh. Crittercraft. All right, so what is it? Exclamation mark play if you're on Twitch. Throw that into the chat. MA says Sharon would probably appreciate a summoner if no one specifies.
Yeah, no one said anything, so she's good. No workers.
Gotcha. Okay. So do exclamation mark play if you're on Twitch, and then we'll do YouTube next. Actually, yeah, if you're on YouTube, let me get rid of this. She's gonna win so much with that Lorcus. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna copy these in. That's what I have for now. All right, and then for those on YouTube, just throw your IGN into the chat. Make sure you put the little @ symbol beforehand, and I'll just manually add those in. And then we shall go from there. Warren TRX. A72. Another minute or so for people to get in. Otherwise, we can have a little bit of a smaller wheel today. Although we had a good crowd. I'm showing 45 on the live stream right now. This is across all platforms, including X. So. All right, we all got 9 entries. Anybody else have Tails and the team figured out how they're giving out the gold foil fanatics? No. I don't know. Tails, if you want to answer that question.
Yeah, so far we've been giving the gold foil fanatics to streamers, the top streamers on the Splinterlands category, which I'm actually need to get some of those out. But I think there's going to be some tournaments coming up with gold foil fanatic rewards coming in as well. So for the viewers, stay tuned for that, because we don't want to just give out gold foils just as normal. That's what the regular foils are for. So there needs to be a differentiator there. So we're going to probably have some when it comes to buns, bags, and caps tournaments, we'll probably be adding that, for example, to that on a weekly basis as one way. So
yeah. All right, last chance for YouTube folks, and I guess Twitch folks too, but either put !play on Twitch or put your IGN with a little @ symbol beforehand for YouTube, and then I'll give it like 30 seconds, and then we'll start the death wheel and call it a day. Congrats again to who won the tournament? I think it was just Novice. I know Hector Dana got second. So let's see. Yeah, just Novice. There we go. All right. We got Keegs with 3 E's. I got Marlins Matrix. Okay, and then we got a couple more on Twitch, so let me grab those. MXM Unite and Daniel Smith. All right, 15. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, we'll get Joffrey in there. Yeah. Run your shit. 16. More people than the tournament. Come on, guys. All right. Best of luck. Keep in mind, remember, it is not the first person to get picked. It is the last person that actually doesn't even get picked. So if it lands on you and there's still other people on the board, you have lost. And our first loser for today in the round of 16 is Cruz Maltino. So sorry, Cruz.
It's a good name, though.
Yeah, solid. Very, you could be like a movie star. Very Hollywood-esque. Tide Pod Oreo 69. Now is not your day, or today is not your day. I apologize. MA, we're just gonna do the last one. I don't know how many I have left, but I'll savor it for now. TX Racer. Sorry. But thank you for playing in the tournament. Hope you enjoyed. Keys is out too. I thought maybe you had a chance to flip it over. 12 remaining. And Daniel Smith. Oh, you're one of the last ones in. Sorry, my friend. And Pomp is going to get us down to the final 10. So yeah, only one winner today. So we got 9 more to throw off the board. First of that is going to be Bordell Music. Sorry, Bordell. Maybe next time. Oh, close. Oh, not anymore. Don friggin' Knotts.
Another great name.
I know. A lot of good usernames here. Oh. Warren TRX. Sorry, Paul, not today. All right, 7 more remaining. 6 more to give the boot. Doombot 75, you're next on the list.
Crowd's booing after sound. Crowd's booing.
Crowd's booing. You don't like my... Don's booing. Don is booing. OFG, not today, my friend. 5 more remaining. VT Mac Guru, MA, Merlin's, Matrix, MXM, and Run Your Shit. And MA is not going to make it. Sorry, MA. And then there were 4. Oh, still getting close here. Merlin's Matrix, sorry, my friend. VT Mac Guru, MXM, and Run Your Shit are the last ones. Man, if... Oh. Never mind.
No.
I was about to jinx Joffrey, and I guess I did. Because I was going to say he was the last one in. If he makes it, wins it. Perfect timing. So, VT Mac Guru and MXM unite. Remember, it is not who it lands on, it is who it does not land on. That is our winner today. And that is going to be MXM Unite. Congratulations. I believe this is a Twitch username, so please give me your IGN in the chat and I will send you that card right now. In fact, let me go see how many more I have left so that we can plan accordingly for the future. I also do have some what's it called? Not reward extra. I have 3 left, but I also have some Rebellion packs that Blaze sent me a while back, so I'll be giving those away. And we can do that afterwards. Everybody's wishing you congrats, MXM Unite. You're gonna have to
some
put
battles with that Arena Fanatic.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to put your IGN in first, otherwise, who was second place?
Right?
There it is. MXM 0 Unite.
It's really complicated.
I know. All right, let's see. And it is gifting you 1 of 1 cards. Congratulations. So wait, Tails, because Blaze did send me a gold foil version as well, so I have that here, but I'm kind of waiting to save that for maybe like a bigger moment.
So I think for you stream,
You're breaking up, man. Can you try
gold foils for the tournament. So for today, let me send you a gold foil for today's winner.
For today's winner?
Mm-hmm.
Let's save it for the future.
No. We're good.
We just sent one, right?
Did you just send a gold foil out somewhere?
No, I didn't send a gold
regular
foil. But you're saying to give a gold foil to the tournament.
Today's tournament winner today, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, no, but I would rather like turn it into an event and be like, all right, we're gonna give away a gold foil one, give people a little bit of a heads up, and do it on our usual Thursdays when we get people.
Okay. Well, give the top 3 tournament winners today a regular foil then.
A regular foil? But that's I guess I'm feeling stingy. I wanna like parse these out a little bit.
Well, so we want to not be stingy on these for community participants like we have here today. So
okay. Well,
we'll get you more if you need more as well, regular flow. So just let me know.
All right. Well, we did what we did. Let me. We'll do it in a way where we'll do our next tournament. I'll try to announce it or make a video that will have like a ton of prizes. So in addition to what Lorcas normally gives out, we'll also have other prizes, including these.
We can add it to the description and make the title better so people know that there's cards they can play with. We have so many improvements for next time.
I appreciate everybody that participated today, but like tournament participation was actually a little bit lower than usual. So I want to try and make a bigger event out of it if we can.
Maybe we can do Thursday. We'll discuss it.
We shall. Cool. Well, we can go ahead and wrap up. If is there anything else you guys have or any closing thoughts? I'll throw it over to you, Tails, first.
No, I mean, I would just say thanks to you guys for hosting today, the tournament and the stream. And yes, I think just hang tight. There's more good things to come here in Splinterlands, and I think the team is firing on all cylinders. So let's see what the next few weeks bring and what 2026 holds for us.
Very cool. Lorcas, you?
It was great chatting with you guys today. It's a good time. And congrats to Tails for your, what was it, top 3% finish and Raven Idol.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice, dude. Sweet. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out on a Saturday with us. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see if we can get this back on track next Thursday. I'll try to make an announcement, especially if we can get some bigger prizes and turn it into a fun evening for you all. But that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.